This is the Iowa Weather Report for Friday, October the 26th, 2012. Now, our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we have the trough moving through the Great Lakes and upper Midwest, and we have Hurricane Sandy off the Florida East Coast. That'll be causing a lot of trouble up the East Coast later into the weekend and early next week. Meanwhile, around here, it's going to be fairly calm, sunny, highs in the 40s to near 50 with no real weather problems, but the main weather problems will be to our east as the frontal system will merge with Sandy, which will be east of Cape Canaveral on Saturday, and it'll continue running up the east coast. It'll move a little bit out to sea here on Sunday, but it's going to start swinging back. Around here, it's still remaining in the 40s to near 50 for highs with sunshine, maybe a few afternoon clouds here and there. And then here on Monday, here first we might have a light shower around, especially into Minnesota, but Sandy and the frontal system will be really causing havoc in the east, and by Tuesday it's really causing a mess. The storm will be nearing New York City, and around here we have a few showers around here, but most of the weather attention will still be around New England. And here on Wednesday, the storm will lift up into New England, especially Connecticut, Rhode Island. So rain and a lot of wind. There could be a lot of power outages and trees down. And even here into Thursday, as the storm moves up into Quebec, still be a lot of wind, some rain, maybe some mountain snow, and some of it quite heavy. Around here, it still remains fairly dry, except for that little shower early in the week. And a week from today, we still have the remnants of what is Sandy up in the Atlantic Maritimes of Canada. Ridge pumping up through our neck of the woods will warm us up slightly, maybe up into the 50s, maybe nearing 60 with the Gulf moisture finally beginning to pull up. So maybe we could see some rain by next weekend, not this coming weekend. We move ahead to Election Day on November the 6th. We have a piece of energy coming along the U.S.-Canadian border with a bit of a trough here, ridge to our east, and that could bring some showers, maybe some embedded thunder, some snow up in the Dakotas. So Election Day could be quite interesting across the Middle West and maybe even down in Florida as well. And at the end of the forecast on November the 10th, we have a ridge pumping up into the prairie provinces of Canada and a trough axis through Texas into northern Mexico, and a system over the Atlantic Maritimes, so we could have some active weather to our south, cold weather to our north and east, and warm weather well off to our west, so no real cold blasts of Arctic weather, at least in the first 2 weeks of November. But last night's satellite image, there's Sandy, the big blob of black and red off in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. You can pick out the cold front fairly easily from the Great Lakes down the Mississippi Valley into Texas and Louisiana, and some clouds off to our west. The watch warning map from last evening shows some freeze watches and freeze warnings from southeast Iowa and central Illinois, south and westward through Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas, and into Arizona, and the hurricane and tropical storm warnings along the east coast. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, showing almost nothing around here. Most of the precipitation, some of it heavy at times, over New England and the mid-Atlantic coast.